Hi, my name is DeJohn, as seen on the Shark Tank with my product, the DeJohn Wine Aerator. I'm here to talk to you about sales. And today, specifically, we're going to talk about agreement. Agreement is the single most important thing about sales. Now, you always agree. Regardless of what the complaint or objection, agree with the customer. There cannot be a conflict if both sides agree. There cannot be an argument, there can be nothing that stops the sale if both sides agree. Now, a lot of times, an objection is just a complaint. That's too much money for this. I agree, sir. I thought it was too much money when I bought one, but I've loved it every day since. Move on. Agree and move on. Agree and overcome. Now, every time you agree and try to overcome, if it keeps going back to that objection, that could be a real objection and not just a complaint. Then you really have to deal with that. But what I'm telling you is always agree. Agree with everything your customer says. You've heard the old thing, opposites attract. Well, when it comes to sales, agreements attract. Do not disagree with your customer. Regardless of what they are saying, agree with them. Agree with them that you're doing, if they say, you really don't know a lot about the product. I don't know enough about this product. I should know more. I will know more. If you have any specific questions, I will get you the information that you need. Always agree with them. Never try to fight with them and never try to prove you're right. When you win an argument, there's no such thing actually as winning an argument. When there's an argument, there's two losers every single time. The person that wins the argument walks away feeling like, yeah, I won the argument, but all that they have done is made the other person resent them. Think about the last time you won an argument. That didn't help your case. You didn't get on any better ground with the person you were arguing with. Even if you were right, even if you proved you were right, avoid arguing. Always agree. If an objection comes up, agree with the objection and try to move past it. If it keeps coming up, then it's a legitimate objection and you need to talk about that. You need to work, that's when negotiations come in and you start really talking about how to make that price work for them. Whether it's breaking into payments or extending terms, whatever you need to do to complete the sale, agreement trumps everything. Always agree with everyone and see how far it gets you. It's absolutely incredible the amount of success you will have by just agreeing with people. I can't tell you how many times I've sold wine aerators. People come to me and they say, it seems too fragile. I agree with you. It is extremely fragile. My wine aerator is made out of all glass. And I say it's very fragile. But it's no more fragile than the wine glasses that you're currently using. So if you're comfortable with using a wine glass that can break, you should be able to use the wine aerator that also is made out of glass. It's actually a little bit more sturdy than your typical wine glass. So that type of thing, I agree with them. I tell them that yes, it is fragile, it is made out of glass, don't drop it on the cement. I don't know why you'd be drinking wine over cement, but don't drop it on the floor. And I've sold more aerators agreeing with people rather than trying to argue my point that it's tempered, it's fired at 1400 degrees for this amount of time. And I can get into all the specifics of why it's not fragile, but if I just agree with them that it is fragile, it's much easier to get on common ground. It's harder for them to object to me when I am agreeing with them. Why would they object to something that I myself agree with? They lose objections, they lose all their power, they are then going to buy from you. And this works in any industry, anytime you're selling anything. Always agree with the buyer. Always agree with your customer.